the one reason I thought it'd be great to have you on as well, Elad, is that you've talked before about a unipolar versus multipolar world. For those that aren't familiar, basically, should the U.S. be the dominant force, or should there be multiple dominant forces? I'm kind of worried that you make a good point with unipolar. If the U.S. falls from the top position in terms of military power, economic power, then the likelihood of conflict increases. This is Thucydides' trap. We talk about it all the time. I don't know what the solution is, though, man. And it seems like we're inching towards a Thucydides trap with China, which may be why there are some people seemingly trying to sabotage the U.S. so that we fall before the conflict can happen.
Yeah, I think that there is an argument to be made that if there is going to be a dominant power or a most powerful country in the U.S. or in the world, that it's probably better that it's the U.S., not just because we're here in the U.S., but because like liberal values and liberal ideas do make space for people that disagree. And you can expand that, whether it be regions or different countries, when you have a liberal order versus what would be an authoritarian order from China or from Russia. Like, if not that Russia's realistically going to be a global power anytime soon, they don't have the economy, but China could be. And it's probably better for the world for the U.S. to be the power, as opposed to if the option is the U.S. and China.
Yeah. And to be fair, this doesn't mean that there aren't issues within the United States. Like,
sure,
our country has a ton of issues, but I think when you compare it to communist China or authoritarian Russia or Islamist Iran, there is no comparison. Yeah. There's some people who say, I've been seeing online about how like Russia and China are somehow like the saviors of the world, or you know how Zelensky's the Antichrist or something. I just think there's a lot of crazy extreme rhetoric going on, and we should double down on our alliances worldwide. That means standing with Japan. That means standing with South Korea, Taiwan, doubling down on what's going on in Ukraine. Every time they have successfully pushing back the Russians, I think we should double down on what's going on in Ukraine. And
you weren't lying about that mustache.
No. And for people who don't know, let me give you the rundown. I'm sporting a Bolton Bro mustache right now. I know you guys are looking, why is Elad sporting this new mustache? I'm trying to follow in the footsteps of John Bolton. And you guys could join the movement. You guys could all do mustaches. Hashtag Bolton Bro on Twitter with pictures of your mustaches. We can move on, though.
Is that a real thing that like
starting tonight it is?
There's one thing about John
Bro.
Bolton. The Ayatollah and Iranian regime think that he is the biggest threat to them. So they put hits on people like John Bolton. And if the Ayatollah views you as one of the biggest threats, you're the person who they're putting a hit on, there's something good about you. I think there's, we should have a rally around the flag type when John Bolton is being targeted by the Ayatollah. So,
are you going to vote for him for president?
I don't vote because I'm a reporter.
Oh, I see.
I abstained. I don't think there's any.
Yeah. For real though?
Yeah. I don't know how you can trust
that.
any journalist who ever votes. And that goes from independent all the way up to mainstream. If you have it in the bag for a candidate, then how can anybody trust you? All journalists should abstain.
Newsrooms literally endorse candidates.
Yeah, and I think they should abstain.
I think that's insane.
I disagree. Yeah, I think they should abstain. And
it's always a Democrat. Like, there's like 3 outlets that endorse Republicans.
Even the right-wing outlets start endorsing Democrats. For example, the New York Post endorsed Eric Adams, who's a Democrat.
Is the New York Post supposed to be right-wing?
Definitely, yeah. Murdoch owned.
Really?
Yeah, definitely right-wing.